Holy shit. I got my boys up here, Cap and Thanos, because I just saw Infinity War. I bought my ticket, like a month ago, like 12 o'clock Friday show, the day it comes out. They had Thursday late nights, but when I went online, like all those were all sold out. And I looked on Fridays and I had the open theater, so I picked best seat in the house. And holy shit, like I'm not usually like all blown away by Marvel movies. Some are better than others, but god damn, that movie's badass. I'm going back to see that shit tomorrow. I love Thanos anyway, and I thought I really liked Josh Brolin was badass as Thanos. I recommend you go see it if you haven't. God damn. Yeah, these are books I bought this week. For April 25th, 2018. I guess we'll start off with Marvel since I'm sitting here talking, building them up so much. But they did make a fun movie from the get-go. God damn. I don't want to say too much. I don't spoil nothing because it just came out. This is, I think this actually came out last week. Daredevil 601. Daredevil's been kicking ass. Pick it up if you hadn't been. I recommend it. And I think this came out last week as well. Weapon H #2. And yeah, I know I'm been late as hell getting my videos up, y'all. I'm gonna really try to get this one up a lot quicker. Been kind of busy with shit. Venomize #4. Your boy on the cover. I had to pick that one up. And I've been collecting the other cover, the connecting cover. And I thought I'm going to throw it in my box, and I just wanted to go home and make sure that I had the right one. I don't want to sit here and buy a bunch of covers, but pretty sure I had the right one. Doctor Strange, $3.89. Johnny Cates. I think he had 6 books come out this week. I think I ended up getting 4 of them. I'm going to probably end up getting a 5th one with baby teeth. I didn't get baby teeth. But I've heard that that's like last issue of this arc. So I'm thinking about jumping on the next issue. Because a lot of people have been saying it's really good. Damnation #4. This is a connecting cover. I've been picking that one up. The C cover. And, I've been grabbing the True Believers. And for $1, the old school Infinity War. I love shit like that. That art. Is that what? Eternity. They're really, they're bright as hell because, it's just meant for newsprint, but I think it looks good still. Like, it looks better than a lot of these new, like, overly rendered colors. And Carol Danvers shit, my bad, y'all. I like to show you the old school cover. Maybe I always put them in the last or the end of the book. Carol Danvers. Captain Marvel, #13 from 1970 or something or another. Yeah, it's not Carl Danvers, the the manly looking Captain Marvel that we've got now. Picked up Invincible Iron Man, $5.99. Of course, they've got Riri's head above Iron Man because the hell with Tony Stark. And I think this is the next issue will be the last issue of Bendis on this, and thank God. Well, then Slott's taking it over, so that's not much better. But hopefully with him playing with some new characters, he'll get back to writing some good stories. He's been off Twitter, and he usually, the longer he stays off social media, the better he writes. So hopefully That's what we'll get. And god damn, have you seen how many variants are coming out for the Iron Man? Is that not stupid as shit? Like 29 fucking variants? What in the fuck, Marvel? Like, Jesus Christ. For the most part, they should be doing like 2 variants. And then throw in, you know, on the special book like that, do like 4 variants. Who gives, you know what I mean? Like, this is retarded. Jesus Christ. I mean, there are all kinds of videos out there, people like, you know, talking shit about how Marvel and the whole way they treat their retailers and through Diamond and force books upon them, and you know, make them order so many extra books than they know that they can sell just to get some stupid incentive variant, and it's really messed up. Not really an expert on it, but I've heard enough about it, and I've talked to a guy that runs a local shop, and he was telling me how crazy it is for him. I mean, he's like a pretty small shop, you know. He like just the lenticular covers from last year. He was pretty much saying how he was having the customer was pretty much going to have to pay $10 for it and buy the regular cover on top of that just to be able to get it. It's just dumb shit. This is the last issue of Avengers No Surrender 16. And man, they had like, you know, all these variants come out this week, and I really wanted to get a couple of them. And I think I finally learned how my shop does shit, because am I gonna tell that story or not? Alright, fuck it, I'll tell it. Yeah, well, you know, they only had like no variants of certain ones that I really wanted. Like this one, I wanted this one, and I wanted like the Young Guns of the new Thor, I think 706, and they didn't have certain ones, and certain ones they did. Well, I got kind of bored later that day, and I went back to the shop, and on the shelf they had all the variants out for those books, you know. So it's like, oh shit, I'm blowing like my money, you know, before they put the variants out, so I know they're getting them now. And usually, I guess by the time I come back around the next Wednesday, they're gone, because I didn't, you know, or I hadn't, or for the most part, I guarantee they're gone, because I would have noticed, you know. But so I'm just gonna start asking, like, hey, do you have this certain variant for this issue? I think that'd be the best way. I picked up Lockjaw 3 just because I like, you know, I thought this cover's cool. It's got Spider-Ham, and you know, it's Amazing Fantasy 15. The cover's white. But Diversity in Comics has been reviewing this whole series, and it's pretty awful. But yeah, I just picked it up. Like I said, I don't know. Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man 303, Chip Zdarsky writing this. I saw Douglas Ernst said that he had pulled off time travel in this one, so I'm anxious to read this one. And I think this one was one I was really wanting the variant to, the Venom variant, and they had it on the shelf when I went back later that evening. And I'll tell you why, another reason I went back later that evening. This has been a good series. This has been better than Amazing Spider-Man. And, you know, that last arc, everyone's saying is really, really good. I'm getting, you know, I'm caught up with it. I'm like 794. I'm going to try to knock that out tonight so I can just get caught up for the last issue. Or slots shit. And this was, 798. The second printing was where I got them on cover, so I picked it up. So obviously I'm not caught up there reading it, so I'm not going to flip through that one a lot for you. Tough titty. And this one too. I really wanted the variant on this one. This was Venom 165, part 2 to the Nativity. And I love that Venom trailer this week, y'all. I really like the googly-eyed one. Like, I thought it was weird how his head just like comes up over the back of his, you know, and it goes on his head, over his real head, like a Halloween mask. Like, why didn't they have the strands of symbiote just like, you know, like whip around his head? Yeah, you like it? You know, like strands just like attach really quick and then form the face or something. Something better than just like, like going over his head like that. It did look funny. It was ridiculous, you know. They put the googly eyes. Googly eyes makes shit, everything better. And this was free. Marvel Rising. I think they put one of these out last fall too, or some kind of different title. I don't know. It's probably just garbage, you know. That's why it's free. I don't know shit about it. It looks like that SJW Marvel garbage to me, so whatever. I picked up Moon Girl, Devil Dinosaur number 30. Boom! Fantastic Four is back. I think I'm gonna try to start reading this one. I've heard it's good from people that say, you know, that do read it. Apparently, you know, it's got Galactus and that new, more powerful being, Omnipotitus or whatever. It was like the first appearance was Moon Girl 26, I want to say, maybe 27. Yeah, it's up to around $25 now. But I like Fantastic Four, and I like, you know, Galactus and shit. And if I've got to read a little girl with the Jack Kirby dinosaur, you know, I read crazier shit. And it was a good week for Thanos, you know, with it being Infinity War and all. There was a shit ton of Thanos come out, and I got it all. You know, I got the whole set of the regular Thanos story. And then I got Thanos Annual #1. And I heard that, like, this is like the worst things Thanos has done in his life, told throughout, or told by the Cosmic Ghost Rider. And it's like a collaboration of a bunch of different artists. So that'll be good. And I had to pick up this cover too. And they didn't have but like 2 of these. I really like that cover. I thought it was badass. And the other one I was getting like fingerprints on because these backs are terrible. Jesus. Now, y'all know if you go on Wednesdays especially, I'm gonna bitch about it every video. Marvel, fix that shit. This is the variant 4th printing of number 13. And could be wrong, but I think that's the first appearance of Cosmic Ghost Rider. That's the first print. And then the 4th printing of number 14. There's the first print of 14. There's Cosmic Ghost Rider. Oh, Thanos in the movie was so badass. Was he not? Like, God, that was badass. The 2nd printing of number 17, that's a badass cover. The 2nd printing of number 18. I've got all these, you know, first prints shit. And since they didn't have the Young Guns variant, I just picked up this Walt Simonson, which is fine, you know, that's badass. He did a variant 706. Thought it looked much better than the A cover, just like a, you know, her with cancer looking sickly on the cover. That's beautiful. That'll really draw the reader. Which I know, you know, it's the story or whatever, but doom and gloom. But, you know, it's fine for your story, but we're trying to fight the male gaze. And the last one I picked up was that Hunt for Wolverine, and they did have the Young Guns variant of that one, and that's on the dumbass bag that came. They always put those variants in bags and boards. And they still haven't got in those damn Mylars. Like, I've been waiting like a month. Have I not? Like, you were watching my videos, you know. Like, damn, I am so ready. I've got so many kind of books just sitting here. Like, I'm ready to damn put on some YouTube or crank some tunes and do some bagging and boarding. I've got the boards. I need my damn bags, man. And from DC, had to get that beautiful Chesco Mattina, sorry, brain fart, cover. You know I'm a big fan of him and his work. And I really like his version of Harley Quinn. That ass dough. That's a badass cover. This is the they've been having these Superman variants. And my God, that's badass. So I grabbed a couple of them, and some guy started bitching. This old fuck started bitching at my LCS. This is what I was talking about when I came back. I drive 45 minutes to get there. You know, I like Francesco Mattina. Kiss my ass. You know what I mean? I get up, early bird gets the fucking worm, does it not? I go in there, they had the books, I grabbed my variants, I grabbed this one, the Justice League, I think I had 3 of these. I ended up putting, this is the only one I ended up with. I had to put them all back, which is bullshit. But usually, like, you know, I talk shit about those kind of guys that, like, buy every copy or whatever, but you know what I mean? Like, screw it. Get the books you want. You know what I mean? Like, this is your hobby. You spend your money. You should be able to get the fuck you want. You get your ass there and you get it first. Tough shit. I understand if, like, you know, that's the only book and you go grab the whole stack. That's bullshit. But if there are still 20 books on the damn rack with the regular cover, you're good. There's your book. You know what I mean? Like, tough shit. I got up and I grabbed 4 of them. You know what I mean? Like, 4 out of like 25. That should be no problem. But like, one dude was like, well, we should have more than that. Are you sure they're out? And you know, I had like I'm saying, like 4 of both. And this cover. You know what I mean? I went and grabbed all of them, and I ended up giving him one of these, you know, and I acted like I'd had like 2 or whatever, but he was just like, yeah, those are going to be hot books, so I'm gonna, you can only get 1, I'm gonna limit it to 1, so it doesn't matter if they got them all. And I just had to, you know, play it off like that. I was like, maybe I did, you know, I didn't see where I had 2, or I was like, here, I'll put 1 back. Then the guy grabbed it, and he thanked me. You know, I was like, whatever. But yeah, he saw, like, I left it there, like, you know what I mean? Like, I grabbed a couple, I walked around I got a few more books, and then I went back to it, and there was 1 more there, and I was like, I'm gonna grab that last one, and it was the Cosmic Redneck number 12, and I grabbed the last one, and he saw me, he stood there, and then he looked through it, and then he went over and asked, do you have any more of the variants for the Redneck? And you know what I mean? Which, I don't blame him, you know, but it's like, you wasn't looking for it till you saw me grab it, obviously. Or maybe you had it on there and you just, you know. But I had that damn thing, like I said, I make my list and I write first grabs and I go get my first grabs because I know at that shop, you know, shit gets gone. So I grab shit, I'm there, you know, I try to get there when they open, and I was like 10 minutes late and that dude was in the shop before me. He could have grabbed them, you know what I mean? And it's bullshit. I didn't grab them all, I left some on the shelf, like I said. So I don't see why I can't get a couple or more than 1. And he was saying like this was gonna be one of these and 1 of the Cosmic Ghost Riders. But I didn't have that guy ring me up, and I ended up just having 2 in these stacks. And I, like, you know, with all the amount of books I had, I you know, didn't put them side by side. And same with this one, I had 2 of these in my stack, and then I had 1 of these and 1 of these. I put it together and I stuck it behind some shit books in the store, you know, and went back later that evening and with a different dude there and pulled them out and bought them, you know what I mean? Like, I might be shady, but they forced my hand. I don't see the problem. I spend a good amount at your store, you know what I mean? You're gonna punish me for trying to spend money there, you know what I mean? Like, and like, if you watch my previous videos, I'm always like trying not to be that guy. Like I said, I don't normally do shit like that anyway. But I'm always, you know, trying to leave a little something behind. I don't try to grab everything, and I did leave shit behind. I didn't grab every one. Sorry. I get to bitching. I need something to drink. But, you know what I mean? Tell me your thoughts on that. You know what I mean? Like, they open at 10. I get my shit together. I get up, you know, and I get over there fairly close to opening. I get my shit. You know, if I do the work, should I not be entitled to grab those books? What do you think? Especially when I you know, like I said, I left some behind on the shelf. And when I noticed there was only one left, that I was like, just get another one. You know what I mean? Because I don't know. You never know. That book could jump up to $100 or whatever. You never know. Like, and that's bad, you know. You should, but you know, who gives a shit? If I can make a buck, you know, get some money back that I've spent. I don't see what's wrong with that. People do it every day. Silencer number 4. Sorry for the bitch fest. I'm ready for that. You know, I think this is next week. DC Nation. They're going to set up the new Justice League. They've got like 4 different teams or something like that. So it's yay, more books you have to read. Had to grab this one. Hal Jordan 43, cover by our Uncle Ethan Van Scarver. I don't think he did the interiors, no, Sandoval. This has been a good story. If you watch his videos, like I said, Comic Artist Pro Secrets, he's done with his contract at the moment, and he's going to take some time off from DC and try to do some creator-owned work. So hop on his Sub Him Up, get ready to back him up on his, you know, Indiegogo or Kickstarters. Wonder Woman 45, this was the variant cover. The Amazon's Attack finale. I've been grabbing all that story art. It's got Darkseid in it, you know. It's cool with me. That scares me. Goddamn. Bendis. He's terrible. He's terrible. God damn, like that Iron Man 599. Like, if you're reading that, like, tell me he's not just like the diminished returns and just like, here, retcon all our greatest characters. You can change their origins, buddy, and it's shit. Batman and the Signal number 3. And this was a 3-issue miniseries. So this wraps this up. Leads out of metal, which I finally finished all that up. So I can start on these. I've heard these aren't the greatest things in the world. I grabbed Hellblazer 21. I like this variant. It's the Superman variant. I haven't been getting any of this book. I'm gonna check it out. That's a cool little logo. I'm just not usually into like I know people are gonna be like, you're crazy. But a lot of people love like Constantine. I'm just not into that shit. I'm just not like Hellblazer. I'm not gonna get into this. I was gonna go off on a tangent. Flash 45, David Finch variant. Flash Superman Racing. Looking dope. And Terrifics number 3. I've really been liking that. I'm a big Plastic Man fan. Plastic Man fan! And it scares me to death that they've put Gail Simone. My god damn, y'all. Like, Gail Simone, really? Not her. I'm gonna give her Plastic Man. Like, she used to write good stories, but here lately she's just like phoning it in. Like she knows, like, yeah, you're not gonna fire me. So she'll watch TV and then half-ass write something, I guess. And then Cosmic Redneck 12. Like, this was an April Fool's variant. You know, it was like a. I haven't been reading Redneck. Like I said, I've picked up since like issue 6 or 7. They were on my LCS shelf a few videos ago explaining that. I grabbed a few of these just because, you know, I'm a big Thanos fan, and I've been grabbing everything from that title. So I'm gonna grab that, you know. And I wanted a couple of them. Like, I had saw where it was coming out like a month ago, and I know how that shop is about, you know, I was like, usually they don't care unless it was like, you know, those Amazing Spider-Mans here lately that have been flying off the shelf. That's the only book like I heard them ever been talking about having a limit on. So I was like, there'll be plenty of books on the shelf still. I'll just grab a couple of the variants. And then like I heard him say, you know, you only get one. I'm like, what is this shit? Like, so now I have to worry about, like, I have to be that guy with them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have to just bug the hell out of them all the time and tell them, hey, I think I want 3 of this book and this specific variant, please. Let me get 2 of this book, like 1 of each of these 2 variants, 2 covers here, A and B, please. This book here, let me get just the A cover. This book here, let me get just a C cover. If you can get an E cover that's not ridiculously priced. And I'm gonna find out if that's a connection variant on B that I've been collecting, and then I'll get back to you on that. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be a pain in the ass, and I'm gonna have to do it because if I don't want limits placed on books that people are gonna end up wanting, I'm gonna get screwed. And so, either that or just buy from damn, you know, like what's that big one out of New York? You know what I'm talking about? Midtown. I'll just buy from Midtown, I guess. It's like, then they don't get my money at all. I'd rather support my local LCS, but they're gonna, I don't know. Bitch Fest 93. I've been picking up Ice Cream Man. This was the B cover, I think, of number 4. Numero 4. These have been like independent, or, you know, little stories contained per issue. Picked up Cyberforce number 1. This was an old series from like the 90s. I figured, hey, you know, hopefully that'll be cool. And I've heard it has been written by Soy Boys, and it sucks. This is what I've heard from multiple credible sources, so that disappoints me. I did have 1 and 2, and I stuck 2 in my box just because I was going to read this one first. I've heard so much from that, and that disappoints. Like, this is a Mark Silvestri cover. I thought that cover's pretty badass, especially down toward the bottom. But what can you do? These companies, they don't want to put nobody with some balls and you know, creativity on a book. This is from Image, The Beef, number 3. This is written about me. They compiled a list of former girlfriends and acquaintances, and they compiled the legend of Allern in a book they've entitled The Beef. This is by Richard Starkins, and the art is Shaky Kane. I really like the art. Like I said, it reminds me of like my buddy shit from back in the day. I remember in like I didn't go to damn pussy middle school. I went to junior high school. These kids now in their middle schools. What is that? But yeah, I used to sit there in class and create like my own comic book, and he would sit over, you know, across from me and draw crazy shit. I was like my best friend growing up, and he died about 15 years ago now from a brain tumor. Some old bullshit, but he was the coolest dude, man. You know what I mean? Like I said in that last week's video, if you caught that shit, you remember what I'm talking about? I grabbed this Rick and Morty. This was a variant, number 37. I think that's the first Pickle Rick. I know it's cover. It may have been in a different book. I don't care. I like Rick and Morty. Fine. What I've seen, I've laughed like hell watching it. Their fans are kind of crazy. A couple things I've seen, but Rick and Morty's cool with me. I've got like a little Funko set of Buff Rick and Buff Summer, and that thing's worth like over $100. I didn't have a clue. I saw it on eBay the other day. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me for that?" Like, shit, who wants it? $100? Like, hell yeah. I grabbed the Shattered Grid 25, the second print, just because like this book was crazy, how fast it sold out. And apparently a ranger had died in it, and I heard that. I also grabbed this, the Shattered Grid 2018 annual. I heard another ranger maybe dies in this one or something. I don't try to read like, you know, too many spoilers, so I'll kind of like get a glimpse at shit, and I'll try to, you know, try to remember what I've seen or read. So, you know, half the time you can't trust, you know, the bullshit I sit here and ramble. That's real reassuring to your viewers now. But no, I watch plenty of, you know, videos and learn about shit. I don't watch like Comics Explained or Comic Historian. I'm not a fan of those dudes. But yeah. So that's all I had this week, fellas and ladies. I always do that. I hate it. Sorry. That's all for me this week, viewers. Let me know what you guys got. Like I said, what are your thoughts on how shops should do shit when it comes to their books? Should they, you know, allow the guy to get a couple copies or not? Do you think it should be just limited? Appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, ring the bell, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace. The price that you pay in the end. Domination consumes you and calls you a friend. It's a twisted fall. Binds your life, steal and manipulates the will to be. And it's hard to see how soon we forget when there's